coming to you from the bathroom today, and I'm going to be cleaning out my trumpet today. Side note, I've had this trumpet about almost 9 years, probably more like 8 years, just before I finished high school, and that was like about 8 years ago. 2011, whenever that was, so 7 years ago, and then like an extra year. So let's say 8 years that I've had the trumpet. And I've just finished prepping the bathtub up with the base of the towel, and I just finished scrubbing the crap out of the bottom of the tub because it's just disgusting. So I'll just give you a quick look at that first. This towel, the blue one, and then there's one underneath it, and it's double folded over, so it's extra layered. But tub is pretty much all clean on the bottom, and then up to about 3 or 4 inches on the sides. And then I've got my stopper in, so I'm just gonna go ahead, fill the water with the soap. So for cleaning your trumpet, you can use Dawn dish soap as long as it's mild, and it has no phosphates in it, and it smells really nice. But this is the kind of soap they use to clean those poor little baby ducks and other animals that are like trapped in the oil and stuff in like the water. So this is pretty safe to use on your trumpet. So you can go ahead, pour a little bit in, just squirt it in, and let the water run. So let's do it. Just a side note, I broke the tub stopper, so we're using a cloth today. So just let that fill up for a bit. Your cleaning kit should come with a vinyl snake, so you put this through the tubing of your trumpet, tuning slides, etc. inside and onto the mount, because you'll see there's 2 different size brushes here. That smaller one there is for your mouthpiece, that little spine handle as well as that one, and this one over here is larger. It is for your valves. That one's for your valves. It also, you don't need it right now, but it will come with valve oil and tuning sled grease. Also, a couple things you should leave are towels to make sure you don't get your parts damaged. And I also saw some people use a cloth just to wipe it down when it's ready. Tub is almost there, getting very full. That's probably deep enough, I think. That's about up to there. It's a good amount of soap in there. We can probably turn this off. So I've got the tub ready, good to go. It's pretty well filled, maybe a little bit too much soap, but it's a dirty horn. Okay, so I've got it just set up here on the stand right now, just so you guys can see. So basically, the plan is to take off all of the removable pipes. We have to take out the pads, because if you get those wet, they won't be good to play with. They'll get kind of distorted over the next year or so, and you'll have to get them replaced. As well as the springs, you want to make sure you take those out. So I've just got my little setup here. Once I take out each spring and cap, I'm going to set it up here just so I know what goes with what. And if at any point you're not sure what you're doing and it looks like it's broken or like you did something wrong, please stop. Put it back in the case as best as you can and bring it to your local music store or someone who knows what they're doing, okay? Yes. Also, another side note, make sure your tub is lukewarm and not hot and not cold, because you're going to strip that lacquer off your horn. And unless you want like a kind of funny looking colored horn, that's cool, but like if you paid a lot of money for it and it was brand new, you don't really want it looking like that, do you? Oh, that's gross. I did leave this one valve undone so far, so I'll show you guys how to take it apart and which parts you should save to not put in the water and which ones you should take out. So once you've taken your valve out, do keep in mind most trumpets have the number of the valve engraved on the tubing, so if you like, oh shoot, I messed it up, or you could do the system like I did and just write the numbers of each corresponding valve with the pieces that you need. So you have your valve here. you want to take off the top button. Just hold down this piece here so that you have this part is not moving, and just twist the top off like that. So then you have just the little button, little tiny cute button. Take off this piece here. It does have like a felt type on it. In other videos I've watched, it said it was okay, but I don't really want to be replacing them too often. I know eventually I'm going to have to replace them once they get really worn down, but they still look pretty good, so I'm going to cape that out, and I'll just rinse with like a Q-tip around that one. It's not that bad. It's not too grimy, so yeah. The next piece you want to take off after taking that part off, there's this little felt pad. If you just slide it off like that, you don't want to get that wet because they will deteriorate over time. And again, that's another thing you have to replace. Put the button back on, like this. Don't do that. Like this. Twist that puppy on. And then you want to take the spring out that's inside here. So twist like that. And it should just pop right out. So the thing with the springs is if you get them wet, they're gonna get either rusty or, you know, they're gonna really wear and tear. And then there's also this little white piece in there. Don't take that out. I was actually at a school the other day, and one of the kids I was teaching managed to get that piece out, plus the spring out, and then this was just wobbling everywhere, so you don't want to do that. So once you're done, this is what your pile should look like, and I'll just do a quick overview of that so you guys can see. So this is the current state of what my trumpet looks like right now. It's just kind of disassembled.